All right. Welcome, everybody, to this is going to be the third episode of Table Talk Live. Today, we're talking about lizard people and everything in between, including all of the chemtrails that they're poisoning us with, including 5G. We're going to go ahead and cover a little bit of everything. I'm DJ Howes. I am joined by Caleb and Michael.
Hey.
So, I wanted to try to cover a rather wide, I want to cast a wide net, I should say, over a lot of different conspiracies. Maybe later down the road, we can actually kind of focus in on a couple that would be fun to, kind of go over. Blue! Yeah, I didn't get a message back from you on Discord. I assume that you're probably busy at your event, huh? But I wanted to, make sure we hit some of the heavy hitters. I love fucking chemtrails. I think, the lizard people running our governments is fun. There's so much we can do, dude. We talk about some flat earth, too. Anybody got a favorite? Who's got a favorite?
Oh, dude, my favorite's probably mud fossils. I like mud fossils.
So, okay, yeah, because I know that you do, because that's one of your favorite ones to talk about, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not, super in depth with it, but I do like to talk about mud fossils. I think it's really interesting. And, yeah, it's taking, the geologic survey, looking at these mountains, looking at these hills, and saying, oh, that might be a giant's body. Or if you go really deep with mud fossil, it's like, the whole earth was once a giant living creature, and we are living upon its dead corpse. I just like that.
So, okay, but do you know where it got its start from? And Blue, yeah, we'll make sure we'll have a fun topic for the next time you're able to come in with us.
I'm not 100% sure where it came from. Like I say, this would be a great deep dive to get into. I think so. But there's some really amazing examples. And there's that whole well, this is what the scientists are saying, but is that really the truth? So that's where the conspiracy part comes in. But it's just kind of, it's coming out of our not having a complete knowledge of history, you know what I mean?
Right.
Or the victors write the history. And I think a lot of conspiracy theories come from that. It's okay, where did this come from? Who's making this up? Is it true? What's this history?
But then you have some. So for me, one of the ones I think are kind of funny is the flat Earth theory, right? The guy who originally came up with it, I think it was back in the 1800s. Dude was a snake oil salesman. And he was one of those people who, at the time, debate was a form of entertainment. People would go to listen to lecturers just to entertain themselves because they didn't have shit else to do. You know what I mean? So he eventually, I think it was, he posed it as a way of, confronting other scientists, and then it kind of snowballed into a thing where he ended up selling a book, and then it was a whole deal with this guy. But it was originally just, it gave him, a talking point to, argue with other lecturers as a form of entertainment. That way he can make more money.
But I know, the whole flat Earth, though, prior to that, I mean, there were whole civilizations that believe there are civilizations that believe they lived on the back of a giant turtle. So,
yeah,
I mean,
But the flat Earth community got its start with this guy. You know what I mean? He was so vocal about it, and he was using the lecturers and the debates as a form of entertainment in a way where it got so much attention. That's where the modern version of it started kind of coming up to what we have today.
Right. And I think the problem with it proliferating is we don't really have we haven't been to these places. We've only ever seen video of these places. We've only seen video of space. We've only seen video of people going to the Antarctic. We really don't know because we haven't been there. We haven't traveled there. Therefore, we have this screen in front of us telling us one thing, and it's just should I believe what I'm seeing? I mean, after all, AI is all over the place now.
Right. That's where a lot of it comes from, is a lot of people are well, if I'm not there to see it with my own eyes, how can it be true?
Right, exactly. Yeah, it's really interesting with flat Earth because you have I don't know if you've seen some of the maps, but there's a bunch of different maps for flat Earth, and some of them are oh, we're just this tiny speck on this map that keeps going. I don't know how they're getting these zones outside of the ice wall, but they're showing like zones outside the ice wall of different, like, oh, we're just, there's so many, this is where the lizard people, they live over here, you know what I mean? So in a way, I think flat earth is kind of pulling a lot of other conspiracy theories together and trying to make sense of like lizard people, trying to make sense of all this other stuff. Yeah, it's very interesting.
Blue made a good point about how AI would like wreak havoc frickin' if it was any older. Yeah, dude, if AI was something that they could have accomplished, like at the start of computers, we'd have whole ass cults over it now. We already have people starting religions over ChatGPT. I could only imagine what it would have been like if it was any older.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. Yeah, and you know, speaking of flat Earth, since we're just kind of overviewing different conspiracy theories, have you guys ever heard of Hollow Earth theory?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
That's really interesting.
Yeah,
So that
Blue,
is
there's actually
yeah.
a religion based around ChatGPT now.
No way.
There is, dude. There are people who are like I don't know if it's necessarily like a form of worship, but there are some people who are like, oh, this is like a sentient being that has like infinite knowledge and shit like that. There are people that are like that.
To me.
But no, the Hollow Earth is cool, man. Like, and there's so many different like variations of it. Like, there's some people that said that the Nazis all escaped into the Hollow Earth.
Yeah, they went to the Hollow Earth, and they. Yep. I guess there's like Nordic style, Nordic type beings that live there or something like that. I can't remember the race they're trying to call it, but
Donut Earth.
Yeah, and there's like a little mini sun inside there.
Yeah, so the planet's core is the sun.
Yeah, it's like another sun inside. Yeah. So that they try to explain like the northern lights and everything is like that kind of radiation from the second sun coming
like it's emitting out of the Antarctic and it's just
right.
Yeah, making its way around. Like what was it? Was it King Kong? Was it King Kong that kind of explored like
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Godzilla and King Kong came from
Gojira,
Gojira. They came from the hollow part of the earth.
Yep. That's all Hollow Earth stuff. So ever since I saw Journey to the Center of the Earth when I was a kid, which I absolutely love that movie. It's just like that whole idea of like an inner world below our feet is just very interesting to me.
I mean, it's an exciting thing to think about because what was it? We even get like the whole lizard people thing from they came from the center of the earth. Or I've heard conspiracy theories about how there are aliens that have always been here with us that come from the center of the earth and they're fighting the lizard people and shit like that. It gets intense with how like you know, people start spinning a lot of these things.
Right.
Which
and then, you know, that leads into like the whole giant conspiracy theory where giants are actually living in the mountains. And there's a lot of videos on like Twitch and stuff where it's like, oh, we saw a giant coming out of this door on the side of a mountain, and it kind of looks like a door on the side of the mountain. And then the person like acts, I don't know. It's like people will go like, oh, I was just lying about seeing this. The whole thing was faked or whatever. But they're sitting in a room with like a light straight on them, and they're kind of like shifty eyed, like someone's making me say this. Trying to like rebuttal, you know.
So I know it's like a psychological condition, but there's also like these people who have these psychological conditions where all of a sudden the government's watching them all the time, and that's like its own conspiracy theory within a psychological condition.
Like the birds aren't real.
Yeah. Well, it's the same thing. It's like government's pumping shit in the air. Every time you see they get the trails in the sky, they're pumping it out there.
Yeah.
Which I mean, everybody knows that almost every government is corrupt as shit. So I guess the pigeons are spies. Yeah, exactly. But I guess it's not improbable that, like, I guess you could argue that maybe the government is pumping shit into the air. I mean, more than likely they are, but it's not necessarily the chemtrails that they're doing it with. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's like there's so much like, or rather, there's so many conspiracies around like how the government's interacting and watching everybody. That's a really good one.
There's people trying to make sense of the distrust that's there.
Dude,
yeah, absolutely.
It gets overwhelming.
Yeah.
You had rumors about your government spreading COVID. That was another one. One, dude. When COVID got big, everybody was blaming everybody else.
Yeah, I heard like so many different like COVID, what started COVID, like, yeah. Laboratory with monkeys all the way to like literally like people researching, what was it, like chemical weaponry and getting out, all the way to like them just really, it was just kind of a test, just to test it and just to see how the public would react to something that, it's not like a super gonna kill everyone virus, but they just want to see like how everyone was gonna react to a situation like that, and if they could, and what they could get away with, and how far they could get away with things.
So
yeah.
I mean,
can we force shots on people? I don't know. Let's try this and see if we can force shots on people.
So with the idea being that it was a form of test, there's actually actual tests that have been done on different countries by their own government. Here in America alone, was it the CIA or something like that? In California, they had one where they released a fog that made people sick as shit. And they were just testing like the spread. Yep. There was another one, I don't remember, but they set it off initially at an airport, like some kind of bacteria, to see like how far, if a contagion is released in an airport, like how many states and cities it'll spread to and shit like that. It happens all the time. So I mean, that's where a lot of people are getting like the whole, it could be a test, like COVID could be a test, because that shit's happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like legitimately, it's like all declassified shit. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, so Caleb, what would be your favorite conspiracy? Do you have one?
No, I don't know.
What's your favorite fun conspiracy?
Not like I like the appeal of conspiracy theories because life is boring.
Yeah, I think so.
So you just come up with fantastic ideas that
Yeah,
some of them,
could be true.
I mean, I guess I can see that being the case. Right, it's like you get bored, and that's why you start coming up with it.
Yeah, I mean, there's like so many, even like mini conspiracies, like looking at social media where you have people claiming to be, this is video from the future. I somehow travel to the future and no one's around, but everything's on. So I'm going to go in these crazy places and totally not use AI of any kind and video this stuff. So, I mean, just little mini,
I like the one, was it Antarctica? This is like basically like a big government cover up, and there's like a ancient civilization there.
Yeah,
that's not but that's cool though.
Yeah. I mean, even conspiracies like where is the North Pole? Because when I go on a map, it just shows the ocean. And when I was a kid, I totally remember seeing the North Pole on the globe. So
same.
Whatever happened to the North Pole?
Absolutely the same. Yeah, no, it's all just water.
I'm sure that was just the top part of the.
It was great.
What is it? Some people are calling it. What is it? The. Why am I pulling a blank on that?
Oh yeah. I pull a blank on it too. Yeah, it's
why?
We'll think of it later.
Yeah, it's gonna like come to me with the whole Berenstain Bears stuff. Area 51.
Yeah. Yes, that.
So Area 51 is so wrapped up in conspiracy theories in and of itself. It is 100% just like a government like testing facility for planes and different technologies, but there's so many conspiracy theories that come out, surrounding Area 51 because of the fact that it's like an experimental site. You know what I mean? It's the place where they keep all of the planes and all of our tech that we don't want other countries knowing about yet. But all of that secrecy, dude, causes like paranoia.
Right.
Or that's what I believe anyways. Or maybe it's just what I'm told to believe.
What you were trying to think of earlier is the Mandela effect.
Mandela effect. Dude, yes. I love the Mandela effect.
So do I.
Have you ever looked at it up, Caleb?
disprove a lot. I can disprove a lot of them, but some of them I'm like, whoa, that's kind of crazy.
Blue says there's aliens at 51. I mean, dude, honestly, who fucking knows? It could be. What was it? I think Area 51 has conspiracy theories in regards to like people doing psychic teleportations is one I think I remember hearing. Remote viewing.
It's a Stranger Things shit.
Or what's the biggest one at Area 51? Filming the moon landing.
Dude, I love that one's coming back into popularity.
Yeah.
People are trying to storm it because they want to see what's there. That's what it was. They were like, if enough of us storm Area 51, they can't kill us all. That was the initial thinking for when that happened. Dude, that got shut down so fast. You remember people...
I saw the documentary. They did a documentary on Storm Area 51. It was pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
And everyone had to do the Naruto run towards the guards.
Dude,
The Naruto run was like really popular.
it's fucking hilarious. I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah.
The whole filming of the moon landing. And then who was it that they said directed it? It was
Stanley Kubrick.
Kubrick, that's who it was.
Kubrick, yeah. And have you seen the video of his supposed confession video? I had to do a lot of research on it, and supposedly it was not him. It was actually an actor. But the question is that just what they want us to think? I don't know. It could have been him. But I do know if you look at what was it? What's the room number in The Shining? 230. No, that's a movie. 1408's a movie.
Oh yeah,
That's a good movie.
You're right.
I like that one.
But yeah, it's like 230 or 214. Oh, is it 314? But no, there's a whole documentary on The Shining, and it's named after that room. And it goes into how The Shining was actually, the whole movie The Shining was a confession to the moon landing filming indirectly. And there's a lot of evidence towards that. It's like really, really interesting documentary. 237. It's room 237. And because the Mars is like 237,000 miles from the Earth or something like that, and you have like Danny on the floor playing with his vehicles, and then the ball like kind of rolls out of the door, and he gets up and he's wearing a shirt that literally has like the lunar lander on it with like USA on it, and he walks over to the door and opens it. That's like, going to the moon. It's just like little things like that are kind of hidden.
I can see how people can put that together, but I also feel like there's a lot of mental gymnastics that had to be done to make that work.
Oh yeah. But other than going like presenting the moon landing thing, that documentary is amazing to all like the subliminal messaging that Kubrick was using. It's just like,
oh yeah, dude,
the guy was a genius. He was a genius. He was a genius. Every frame was just like, he was a control freak too. I mean, you kind of got to be.
Well, dude,
director
what
of that
was
level.
it like? There's other movies that he filmed where like some of the actors afterwards are just straight up like, "I'll never work with that man again."
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah, Shelley Duvall was a wreck during the filming of that, and he wanted her to be a wreck because her character needed to be in that state of mind. So he would pull just like pranks on her just to like stress her out to get her into that state.
And wasn't he like yelling at her and throwing shit at her like during that scene where he was chopping through the door just to get her to like be freaked out on camera?
Yeah, stuff like that, and he would do false takes and everything, and then is pretty interesting, the psychological terror that he brought upon her.
Dude, holy crap.
Oh man, I know, it's really lame. It's like you just gotta, it's a lack of trust, I think, but anyone that's a control freak basically has a lack of trust in people. They need to get over that. Learn to trust people.
Okay, so another conspiracy theory I think is kind of funny. Do you guys remember when people were freaking out about 5G?
Oh, absolutely.
Like shooting at the people on the telephone wires and shit like that? Trying to install it? Dude, that is like a telltale sign of fucking conspiracy theory gone too fucking far.
Mm-hmm.
I can't.
Yeah. I've actually heard that the 4G is actually better than 5G, but just 5G breaks apart at certain distances, whereas 4G is more of a solid signal.
So 5G was feared by like so many people. It's kind of stupid out here in America, like to the point, like I said, where they were shooting at fucking installers up on cell towers.
Ridiculous, man.
Yeah. I can't even imagine getting so scared of something as silly as fucking 5G that you have to like feel the need to take a pot shot at fucking someone who's just working on a cell tower.
It's like the early days of like drones too. I mean, people were that way with drones. Yeah, I mean, because I was out there flying drones in the early days, doing video, and just gotta be careful around people.
And then
let them know. I'm filming. This is my job.
Do you guys
Not
know
filming
what
you.
Do you guys know what it was people were scared of about the 5G? Because I think one conspiracy theory I heard was like it's fucking mind control or something like that, or radiation.
I've heard the radiation one more
Yeah.
than anything. It's like it's definitely gonna like give you brain tumor or something. But
I mean, they said the same thing about
time
cell
will tell.
phones.
Yeah, time will tell. Well, I mean, in a way, I mean,
Maybe those
I
old
haven't seen
cells.
the
Remember the
scientific
giant bricks
reviews,
from the
but
80s and 90s? Those ones were bad.
it's like a microwave oven next to your head.
See, for me personally, one of my favorites, like I said, is the lizard people. How
Lizard
like
people. Oh
all of
yeah,
the government leaders, the people in positions of power, they're all fucking aliens working together in some kind of shadow government.
love it.
Dude, it's like that's so
Well,
old but iconic at the same time.
I would say that shadow government, beyond a shadow of a doubt, is real. It's like, how is that a conspiracy theory if it's obviously real?
It's just a bunch of people. It's all the people with the most money running everything.
Yeah,
I mean, that's just
yeah.
kind of how it is, anyways. Conspiracy theory or not. I mean, money does make the world go round, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, and when you have all the money that you'll ever need, then you gotta have power. I mean, because money can't, I guess money can buy power, but I mean that's probably the most expensive thing to buy.
Conspiracy of a dragon leviathan like sea creature.
Oh yeah,
Awesome.
Nessie,
Nessie's one of the.
Okapogo, Nessie, Okapogo, Champ. There's a bunch of them.
Well, I mean, you go far
Dude.
enough back, dude. There are tales of sailors talking about a giant sea creature all the time.
Cryptozoology, man. The bloop. Oh yeah.
Dude. That's one of those where they still don't know what caused that.
Nope. Nope. Whatever made that sound is the biggest thing alive on Earth. They have no idea what it is.
Well, I mean, we've explored somewhere over 20% of our
percentage.
oceans.
Small percentage.
Yeah.
This
So who
planet's
knows?
mostly water.
So who the hell knows what's under there?
Yeah, I know. We're just
I like-
small part of it.
I like the idea of there potentially being some kind of like Atlantis or something.
Right.
I love that. So
Mer
much.
people.
Yeah,
That's another
man.
conspiracy theory. Mer people.
What was it? There's, man, I can't remember where it's at, but there's some like giant underwater bridge, and it's like fucking giant, and it's completely made out of stone, and it's sunken all the way to the bottom of the floor of the water.
Interesting.
I'm trying to remember where that was located, but it's like this.
Why would you need a
massive-
bridge underwater?
Well, that's the thing. It's so fucking
To get from
massive.
point A to point B.
Yeah, it's
Whoa.
like the Atlanteans have to walk on something, man.
I mean, who's gonna pay a toll if there's no bridge?
Yeah.
But yeah, but like,
Well, I mean, you can link that to UFOs, man, because there's a lot of people saying they're seeing UFOs coming out of the ocean.
yeah, that's a big one.
And then I did a Religions of Africa class back in my college days, and there's a strong belief, they're called sea witches, that there's a whole community that lives out in the ocean that basically controls the world, and they call them sea witches in Africa. So
Those
I
are
mean,
people.
that maybe it all links together. I don't know.
Lizard people that can breathe underwater.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe all the conspiracies are really just one conspiracy. It's all the same thing. We're just seeing different sides of it. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, the shadow government, man. They're doing all
Yeah.
of it.
Under
I
the
mean,
ocean.
okay, but here's the thing, though.
Under the sea.
How better to cover up your own bullshit than by making it a conspiracy theory?
Exactly. That's so easy. Like, people just disregard it if you say, "Oh, conspiracy theory."
It's always the ocean people. What was it?
That's
It was
conspiracy.
the government that declassified some of their pilots' informations and stuff, and some of the images
Yeah.
from the recordings of like lights coming out of the
Yeah.
unidentified objects coming out of the fucking ocean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's
know.
like the biggest mystery right there. That's
Yeah.
more mysterious than space, dude. The
But
ocean.
you know that they declassified just enough to satiate people. You know, there's so much more to it that they refuse to release still.
Right.
It'd be kind of cool to get a look at some of those actual documents. At least I think so.
Actually, have you heard of the continent of Mu? You ever heard of that?
I think I heard the Y-Files bring it up once.
Yeah, the continent of Mu is really interesting. So there's a lot of cities that we found under the ocean, and frankly, it's most likely because the water table was way lower at one point than it is now. But supposedly there's a whole continent that disappeared, and I'm trying to think of the island, Easter Island. So supposedly Easter Island is actually a part of the continent of Mu, but it's like the very peak of the mountain, and that's where they have the statues and everything. So supposedly that's the Easter Island statues are originally from the civilization of Mu, part of that continent that no longer exists. It's under the ocean.
See, that's kind of cool.
Sunken.
You know,
it's really cool theory.
Blue just said.
Yeah.
Make them think that it's all fiction.
Yeah. So that latest government the latest military thing that we did was at Venezuela.
Yeah.
So supposedly Call of Duty back in 2012 or 2011, I can't remember which Call of Duty it was. There was a mission that was exactly that. It was going and capturing the president of Venezuela at night, secret government ops, in the year 2026. And literally that's what happened. And it was a whole mission in that Call of Duty game.
Was it for real? And it took place in 2026?
Supersonic.
No, but that was the goal of the mission, was to capture the president of Venezuela.
Was it? Are you legit though? Like, is that for real?
I'm legit. There's shots from that game of black helicopters flying in at night in Venezuela, just like they have video of now. And in the game, it happens in 2026.
Okay, so like, yeah, that's questionable. But the thing, okay, but here's the thing though, is it could also be a matter of depending on what kind of researchers they have working on those games, because some companies will hire people where it's like, oh, give me a
what's
prediction.
the most plausible,
right? What's most plausible to happen within our lifetime? You know what I mean? So I mean, it could just be that, but damn, if that's not a fucking huge ass coincidence.
Yeah, that was really interesting.
That kind of blows my mind. It's like the fucking Simpsons all over.
Yeah, the Simpsons.
Fucking everything else in existence happening.
Then it could also be just like a manifest, like it's a manifest destiny thing.
Yeah,
it's like
one of those things you put
there
it out in the universe.
Millions of people are playing this game, living it, and then okay, well, I guess you guys want this to happen.
Dude, that's kind of nuts.
I'm gonna make a game about me becoming a billionaire, and everyone needs to play it.
No.
Because that itself will make me billionaire. Because everyone will be playing it.
So you talked about
that's $8 billion. You
said that game was released or that mission released in 2012. So another conspiracy theory about 2012. What is it? The Large Hadron Collider. And then the whole Mayan calendar thing at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of people that said, "Oh, the Mayan calendar predicted that the world would end in 2012, and they started the Large Hadron Collider." And like, what is it? The big one is it loops back to the Mandela effect, where they turned on the Large Hadron Collider. It caused like multiple universes to split, or something like that, and then it caused branched timelines. Another one was it ended that universe, so we all got thrown into different timelines, and that's why things don't line up.
Yeah. Yep. That would make everything make sense, I guess.
Yeah, what is it like? They said something about how they created a black hole, or they found that God particle, and by discovering it or by creating one, that's what caused it all to start happening.
Yeah. Huh?
I think.
Oh, by the way, taking a step back, that is called Call of Duty Ghosts. It came out in 2013, and the Venezuela mission is called Federation Day.
Really? And it's all about capturing the president?
Capturing the president in early 2026.
Wow. Dude, that's nuts. Blows my mind. I'm kind of shocked that... Wow. I don't even know, man.
Yeah, this is crazy. It's another one I had to do a double check. I had to check the sources.
Yeah, I find that fucking insane. I think that'd be... there's got to be more video games that have done something like that.
Yeah, maybe.
I would think so. Okay, so favorite Mandela effect, though. I want to hear your favorite one.
You want to go first, Caleb?
I don't even know any.
You don't
Just
know
trying to-
any?
Trying to
Dude.
throw 'em off.
Not off the top of my head. I know what you're talking about.
Okay, I was about to say, like, there's no way you don't
like
know what it is.
Like having like a memory of something that wasn't actually the way you remember it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the last one I saw that kind of stumped me for a second, even though I'm sure we're all just remembering wrong. What was it? Stover's stuffing? Was it?
Yeah.
They said it used to be Kraft or Stover's never made stuffing. I think it was like Thanksgiving stuffing.
Right. Or the cornucopia on the underwear, Fruit of the Loom. But the thing is,
That got proved happened.
it got proved it happened. Plus, I have specific memory of seeing that on, like, because I had those.
Yep,
as a kid,
same.
So
I had them as a kid too. I 100% remember seeing the cornucopia on them.
yeah, because I remember looking at the tag going, "What is that?" Like, so weird.
Yeah, no, I 100% have like the memory of the cornucopia. I remember asking about it, like, what is that? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, is that supposed to be turkey? What is it? You know what I mean? Like being a kid, not understanding what the fuck a cornucopia is.
Yeah. And then there's the sayings one, like, not Luke, I am your father, but no, I am your father.
Yeah, there's a lot of saying ones, but
Or
I mean that can be
instead of mirror
attributed
on the
to...
wall, it's magic mirror on the wall. That
Yeah,
kind of
but
thing.
I mean the thing about words is
Just misheard.
those are easy to mishear. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and the what's the genie one? The genie or the
Shazam
genie movie?
Shazam and Shazam.
That's one that a lot of people have a hard time like disproving, but I can disprove that one 100% and why people are confused. And who was the actor that supposedly played that? It was what's the name of the actor? The comedian.
Robin Williams.
No. You're thinking fucking Aladdin. What the fuck?
What genie are you talking about?
It's the movie Shazam, and they claim that this one comedic actor actually played in a movie Shazam, but he never did. The thing was, he hosted that movie on Disney, and he dressed up like a genie. Because I remember watching Disney Channel. I used to watch it all the time, and I remember him hosting it, dressed like a genie, hosting that movie. So I think people got
Sinbad.
some chords.
It was Sinbad.
So I think they got they got their like wires mixed up, and they for some reason they grew up and they like, oh yeah, I remember Sinbad being in that movie, but he was never in that movie. He hosted that movie on the Disney Channel, dressed up like a genie, and I have no idea why they haven't ever showed that footage because that would obviously just prove
Did
it.
he?
So yes, he did. I 100% remember that. It was like a Saturday.
Oh shit.
I've got clear Disney Channel memory.
Something about the Disney Channel is just stuck with you. The fuck, dude? But yeah, like, I distinctly remember, like, him being dressed up in the whole Shazam outfit and everything, too.
Yeah, but he was hosting it. So, commercial break, and they would come back, and he's like, blah, blah, do a little shtick, and then, like, let's get back to the movie type thing.
Yeah, because was he hosting for Kazam with Shaq?
Yes. Yeah, he was hosting for Kazam with Shaq.
Okay.
So, yeah, so he was like
been,
hosting that movie. Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've seen that movie, because Kazam has that thing about, like, the kid and the shoes and shit, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think that's where the confusion comes in, is people don't really remember it as a pre-show show, but that's what it was. It was a kind of an intermission type.
I'm gonna have to look that
deal.
up. I didn't even realize that he did that in intermission, because that would 100% explain why people seem to remember him. You know what I mean? Doing the whole
who
movie.
Who even knows if that footage even exists anymore? Because you're talking like
it would be lost media if that's the case.
Yeah, because I don't know if they would even save that stuff. Because I mean, it's kind of like a one and done. We're never gonna need this again. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's like, why would you?
but they have like those stupid, little shoo things with the invisible light thing for all of the different actors and shit that are like presenting on Disney. I'm sure they would have saved it. There's no way they wouldn't.
It's somewhere. Someone's just hiding it. They're
Yeah.
like, we're gonna keep this Mandela effect going.
I know. For me, the whole Berenstain Bears thing gets me, because I used to read those books when I was in like elementary school.
Yeah. Yeah, Berenstain Bears.
And just like the
It was
whole
never seen. It was
Yep.
never Steen Bears, it was Stain Bears.
Yeah. And then, like, the whole Nelson Mandela thing, that one itself also kind of trips me up, like, the namesake itself. Because
Me too.
yeah.
100%. I remember seeing on the news that he died, and it was like, it was what, 89 or something like that? I was a kid.
Somewhere in the early 90s, he died in prison.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I remember my grandmother talking
That's
about,
what I remember
is how
too.
he died in prison.
Yep. I remember seeing a news broadcast when I was a kid. Like I say, my television memory is very strong.
Yeah. And it was very specifically in... Did he ever end up in prison?
Yeah, I believe so. He was in prison for quite a while.
Damn.
So he was in prison from 1962 to 1990. So it would have been like 1990.
Yep. Or 1991.
Maybe they just faked his death to get him out of prison. Maybe that's what happened.
Maybe?
It was maybe faked his death, and it was like a cover up afterwards. It's like, oh no, I'm still alive. What are you talking about?
Dude, yeah, I'm so in love with the whole Mandela effect thing. I could watch those forever.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about it, but they are a lot of fun to kind of think about, watch, hang around, even look for on your own. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What was it?
Yeah, that's one of the more fun conspiracy theories for sure.
Well, dude, there's even like, okay, so a conspiracy theory around the Mandela effect, and this is one that I like. I like this conspiracy theory about it a lot. It's the theory that the Mandela effect occurs due to the quantum immortality thing. So,
Oh yeah.
So have you heard about quantum immortality? I think I've talked to you about this a couple times.
Absolutely. I think I brought it up to you, and you already heard about it or something like that.
Yeah, no, because it's one of those things I've been thinking about for years, anyways. So the idea being that whenever you have a close encounter where you almost die, or something happens where you should have died, instead of like actually having survived it, you did die, but your consciousness swaps over to like another one of the multiversal timelines where you still live and you continue to live. And then, like, you end up having enough of those near-death experiences or death experiences where, you know what I mean, you get far enough down to different, like, so many different branches of timelines where you start seeing and noticing changes.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it's like when I turned 40, I made a list of all the times that I almost died, and I came up with, like, 24 or something like that. Some crazy number. Yeah. You just think back, it's like, oh yeah, I could have died there. Could have died there. Yeah, definitely there.
It was like after my house fire, like I was on the road with my kiddo. I was on the freeway and a pipe fell off the back of a truck. And this pipe hit the road, bounced up, and hit dead center of my fucking windshield, exactly where my head is. And I have like a perfect circle right in my windshield, where that fucking thing should have gone through my windshield and fucking impaled the fuck out of me. And some reason it fucking bounced right off my windshield. Like, I haven't got my windshield replaced because I'm a lazy fuck and I don't have money. So I still have this like perfect circle on my windshield where this pipe fucking smacked into it and bounced right off. I think I showed you the picture even.
Yeah, it's amazing actually. Yeah.
I remember I had to pull over. I had to like stop and breathe. I was like, holy fuck, almost just died.
Thank goodness for you.
That would have been a nightmare, because I had my son in the back, and he was like 5 at the time. That would have been terrible. All right,
here,
well,
I'll read you. I can read you a list of the times I almost died. So, okay. 1981, car wreck. 1983, falling off a mountain. 1986, third-degree burns. 1988, drive-by shooting. 1990, electrocuted by printer. 1997, struck by lightning. 1998, bullet shrapnel. I got hit in the arm with bullet shrapnel. 2003, lightning storm while spearfishing. Now that was close.
Damn.
2008, set on fire while grinding metal. 2010, I came so close to drowning while swimming at the gym that I'll drink water and I'll start to like hyperventilate while I drink water. It's like, it's a thing. Don't ever almost drown. 2017, I just have the word Michigan, and that's probably due to like extreme winters. There's multiple times in Michigan I could have. Then 2022, COVID. So that's like, that was actually really
because
close,
you were in the hospital. You were actually
for 11
admitted.
days.
Did they put you under during that?
No, they didn't.
Okay.
But it was bad. I couldn't even walk because I couldn't get enough oxygen to do that.
Dude, that's fucking scary. Yeah, that
My
COVID,
close calls.
because when I heard that you were in the hospital with COVID, I was like on edge. I was like, oh shit.
Oh man. Yeah. Yep. It was a time. I
But
had yeah. Well, we can keep going with conspiracy theories because it's a whole rabbit trail.
oh no, you're good. If you have something you want to go on about, go ahead. But I was just thinking, I'm like, if the whole quantum immortality thing is right, that would explain why like some Mandela effects would affect you then if that was the case. You know what I mean?
Right. And then some people aren't going to be able to follow you on your timeline. You know what I mean?
Right,
So
because who's to say that
that's
the
why
timeline you
people
live the
around you
longest
die.
in is going to line up
Right.
with somebody else? But then that draws into question like, okay, so if quantum immortality exists and you continue to bounce around on timelines to whatever one either allows you to live forever or fucking whatever you live the longest, like who's because you're always going to encounter a lot of the same people, but who's to say that me and you are on the same timeline? And if I'm interacting with you and you're interacting with me and we're on separate universes, like are we speaking to a soulless version of each other?
Nah.
No.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I feel like I've been soulless since like
Yeah.
2009, probably.
Everybody's a fucking NPC.
I just want to let you guys know this is my timeline.
I'm definitely in the wrong timeline.
But that's the thing is like if that were how it worked, if quantum immortality was correct, like how is it like how does the interactions with other people actually work? You know what I mean? If their consciousness
Right.
isn't on the same timeline as yours, are you perhaps interacting with each other on like a different kind of conscious wavelength?
Yeah. And that brings into question the theory of what is it? It's all a computer program. It's all
It's
we're
all a
in
simulation.
it's all a simulation.
Yeah.
That brings in simulation theory. Yeah.
Which
See? It's all linked together.
Yep, which simulation theory is a whole fucking thing in and of itself, dude. That gets deep. I
Right.
think some scientists have even tried to weigh in on it. Like, there were some where it's like, oh, it's plausible, and then others where it's like, nah, that's bullshit. Neil deGrasse Tyson,
Yeah.
that's the scientist I was thinking about. I love how he'll call out some shit. It's just bullshit, just straight up.
Yeah. I like that about him.
Like he's probably like right up there with Bill Nye for me when it comes to like famous science types.
Right. I mean, there's a lot I don't agree with him with, but what I do agree with him on, I mean, yeah, I do like his energy and his, his positive drive with how he delivers.
Oh yeah, dude, he is.
Yeah, he's got that Bill Nye thing going on for sure.
Yeah, exactly. He's a very personable person, dude. The way he talks when he's
Yeah.
like being interviewed, that man is charismatic as fuck.
Yeah, he is.
Like extremely charismatic.
Yeah.
I
I'm
find-
I'm trying to think. There's another conspiracy theory that I wanted to bring up. And have you ever, speaking of the word, these theories with the word mud in them, have you ever heard of the mud flood theory and the Tartarian Empire?
The Empire one, I think I may have also heard the Y-Files talk about. I don't know much about the Mud Flood one.
Okay, so supposedly, and old maps show a empire called Tartaria, and supposedly the theory is that as early as the late 1800s, this empire basically ruled the earth, and they were a high technology empire. All the large churches that were built have all these spires, and they're saying that these spires actually was like a free energy conductivity, and all this advanced like building that you're talking about. This thing was built in like the 50s, but how in the world did they build this thing in the 1500s? That kind of thing, or how did it, even as far as like the World's Fair in Chicago, how were they able to erect all of these buildings that were quote unquote temporary, but they're like on a level of building that we barely even approach today? Like they totally, like let's put it this way, during the World's Fair, they built a whole river going through downtown Chicago, which is still there today. They've got the Science and Industry building. They've got the Art Institute of Chicago there, and all these buildings were built during the World's Fair. But they're saying that those buildings were actually Tartarian, and there was a giant mud flood that took out, basically it covered most of the world and took out all of Tartaria, and now they're trying to cover up. They've been covering it up for hundreds of years that even existed. They just removed it from the history books.
I think I do know a little bit about this. And what is
Yeah.
it that we're just building on top of previously existing structures?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw there's a really good video I saw. It was instances of this where he was going back into like, okay, they built this bridge in the 80s, but in all of these, the bridges are built on top of pre-existing structures. But the thing is, these pre-existing structures, the technology used is like way higher than they had in the 1800s. So they're thinking that these pre-existing structures were Tartarian, and then they built the bridges that we have now on top of the pre-existing structures that were already in the earth. It's really interesting. So, and in the plans, they'll always say pre-existing structures. And we're like, pre-existing structures? Like, we're talking, this is the 1800s. What pre-existing structures?
Okay, so I've definitely watched a couple things on that, if that's what that is. Is that also linked to like what they say about some of like the really old like churches and stuff where the doors are like fucking giant and there's no reason why they're that big?
Yeah, they claim the leaders of Tartaria were actually giants, like a race of giants. So you have a lot of old photographs. Who's to say if they're AI generated or not? But a lot of old photographs of like 10-foot, 15-foot people. You know what I mean? And these stairways going up to these buildings, that it's a struggle for just average people to make a stride across.
Yeah, because they're so tall.
Yeah, they're so tall. It's like very uncomfortable to do.
Yeah, because there was a lot of them where they said like the doors have never been replaced, but why do we need a door this big? But there's also like a separate door at the bottom just for us normal people to get through. It's like, what was the point of like creating a door within a door? Why have a huge door? I mean, I guess you could explain it away as like, well, they had a big one for airflow.
Right.
You go to a rich person's house,
It's like, I just want everything huge because I can.
Yeah, makes sense.
It's like, how else can I show off my massive amount of wealth? Look at my giant, fancy, rich man cock. It's only 2 inches, but it's bigger than yours.
18-foot ceiling.
Oh, man. Yeah, there were some really cool, like, ruins, I think, around San Francisco off the bay. Was it around the San Francisco Bay? It's around there somewhere. And they look so cool because there's this hotel built on the cliff, and then under the cliff you have erosion, and you have these like ancient looking columns like going up and down underneath this hotel that obviously are totally different, like
pre-existing
build
structures.
structure and
yeah,
pre-existing structure, just way older, you can tell. But really interesting stuff like that. They're just trying to figure out why, like, where did this other stuff come from, because there's no like record of this ever being built, that kind of thing.
I mean, that's the thing. The Earth is so old, man. Who's to say, like, exactly what's under our feet? You know what I mean? And how far you'd have to dig to even see some of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. But that is an interesting theory, though. I do.
Yeah.
I can totally be on board with that. What did you call it? The Tartarian Empire?
Tartarian Empire.
Yeah, dude. I could be on board with that one. That was kind of cool.
I have to remember eating fish with tartar sauce. So
fish with tartar sauce. They're the
Tartarian. I would like your finest Tartarian sauce, sir. It's got the technology I need for this fish to go down my gullet.
You see, yeah, no, this is exactly why I love the Y-Files, though, dude. It's such a fun channel to watch.
It's great, man. I would love to. What's the name of the host? Do you remember the host name? I would love to meet the guy.
I don't remember his name, but yeah, no, I would. He would be 100% awesome to like get to meet and talk with.
Oh man, yeah.
Because that man has so many, like, he'd be able to spout off conspiracy theories left and right like it's nothing.
I love that he never like totally like. I totally believe this, but he always presents both sides of it, and that's the right way to be. You know what I mean?
Right. He's like, I'm gonna go ahead and lay out the entire like conspiracy theory for you, and then I'm gonna give you a list of supporting facts and everything that disproves it.
Right. Yeah, and I think most conspiracy theories, it's like I think there's always an element of truth there.
Right.
And that's what keeps them going. You know what I mean? There's a small little bit of truth, maybe not the whole thing, but maybe like 5%'s true. And it's been built off of and it's become what it has been, this beautiful conspiracy theory that just makes life more grand.
So what is that saying where like every myth has a nugget of truth to it? And that's
Exactly.
why it's a myth. You know what I mean? It's like that's why the
Right.
myths are so prevalent and why they're all over the world, and because there's something about it that's just, you know, this much true.
Right. Well, I mean, there's a reason why dragons have been in like every culture. There's a reason why, like, you look at dragons. I mean, someone just made that up someday. No, they existed at some point.
Right. And that's why
Obviously.
cultures that never
Why else would
interacted
they
with
be?
each other would have a version of it,
Right. Yeah.
which I would love. Dude, time travel needs to happen within our lifetime if it's possible, because I would love to take a look back and see how some of that stuff started. You
Right.
imagine, like, I know time travel will never exist, but man, I
Maybe it
wouldn't.
does.
Well, maybe it does. That's a whole nother
Well,
conspiracy
maybe it
theory of
does.
itself, isn't it?
It's true.
There's
Right.
like what dozens and dozens of like people who've come out as like time travelers and stuff too.
Right.
What was it? There was a really popular one about this guy who essentially built a time machine in his garage, and like he would disappear for days on end after entering. No food inside of his thing. They'd go in and check on him, and he wasn't there, and then he'd just walk out again. Like, and he had told everybody he was
Right.
working on a time machine, but they couldn't ever prove it. And then, like, I guess one day he went in, disappeared, never came back.
Ooh, you know, that's kind of like, that's not time travel, but that's kind of like the Coral Castle in Florida. Henry Leekinen? Leekinen? How do you say his last name? I'm not sure. But so this little like 4'9" guy, he builds this he's moving like 5-ton stones
Oh
around.
yeah, the guy who was
He's
trying to
like building
say
this
that,
massive
like,
castle.
yeah, like he was moving the stones like how
Yeah.
he assumed they would back in Egypt.
Yeah, he said he unlocked the secrets of the Egyptians, like the technology that was.
Was it
And
vibrations, like sound vibrations, that he was
it
proof it
was
was?
it's you know, his machinery still exists. It's still there on the property. People have no idea what it does. I don't know if anyone's ever tried to rebuild it and see if it does anything. But yeah, supposedly he was able to change the gravitational, like his whole thing was magnetic. So he has a book, he wrote a book on magnetic theory. It's super technical. I've tried to read it. Nothing came of that. But anyways, he believed that every molecule has a magnetic pull to it, and basically when you're applying it to something like a rock, you're basically changing the magnetic pull within every cell of that rock. And then you're basically saying, okay, this 50-ton rock now weighs 50 pounds, and now I'm going to move it, and then I'm going to like turn it off, and it's going to weigh 50 tons again. So
See, that's cool. I know that there's
yeah.
a lot of people who say, what is it, sound can do that too. Like
Right.
the vibrational frequency of sound can change certain properties of like materials, or it can.
Yeah.
That's along the same lines of people saying that sound can heal you and stuff like that too.
Well, that's all we are. That's all we are is like sound resonance. All of existence is sound resonance. So why couldn't you manipulate reality with sound resonance?
Right. Well, I think
Makes
there's
sense.
also studies being done on like there are certain frequencies that can break up cancers in the body and stuff like that too.
Right.
Because I swear I saw something about how cancer vibrates on a certain frequency that if you
Yes.
project, what is it, the opposite end of that frequency into the body, it can cause it to break up or something like that.
Right. Yeah. Yep. You're countering whatever frequency it has. It's a very specific frequency. So when it comes into contact with it, it will just kill it. Or you just fast. Just fast.
Just fast.
Stop feeding it. Just fast.
You know, I do believe that there got to be something when it comes to sound though, like biologically and like universally. You know, especially with having a new baby. Like one of the things I was talking to my partner about was, you know, there's something innate in children and babies where music is a calming like entity almost
Yeah.
immediately after you're born. And then without even having to be taught to dance, as soon as they're old enough to like start getting into the beat, babies will just dance on their own, man.
Yeah. Feeling the flow.
And there's
Yeah.
nothing like evolutionary where like we should just start, but for whatever reason, humans have always just, you know, gotten along with music. There was just something
Yeah.
about it.
Music is a language, man. It's a
Yeah.
language. We just don't really we know how to make it, but we don't really know what it is. We don't understand it maybe the way we should.
Yep. But it's always been a huge part of like the human experience, man. Music and sound, just in general, it's always been like a huge part of our existence.
Exactly.
Which I think is amazing.
It's one of the best senses.
Like, for whatever reason, humans just come into the world and like this music thing. This is fucking it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I wonder what the connection there is with sound. You know what I mean? Because
right.
If sound has the ability to break up cancers and stuff like that, then it's got to be somehow linked to why people innately come out like as a baby, just already being soothed by music.
Right. And maybe that's a commonality with cancer, is maybe is being exposed to a type of frequency for a long period of your life, and maybe that's what unlocks your cancer cells, because everybody has cancer cells. Maybe that's what unlocks them, is it's some kind of negative frequency that you're exposed to. I don't know. We don't know this. Have they tested that? I don't know.
If that's the case, though, then I wonder what the implications could be for different, like, because, what is it? Kensen? I don't think sound can travel through space, right?
Not in a vacuum.
Not in a vacuum.
There'll be no one to hear you scream.
So that means it, like any kind of noise generated by like a black hole or anything else like that, none of those resonances even get to us, right? Even if we couldn't audibly hear it, the resonances themselves and the vibrations, could they still travel through?
That's why it has to be travel via radio wave. But it has to, which radio technology. I don't know.
Fucking comes back to aliens, man.
It's the aliens.
It all just comes back around to the lizard people, dude. The lizard people and the greys.
Yeah. What are the supposed 22 races of aliens that live on our planet right now?
Dude, there's no way people believe that. Oh no, I guess that would make sense.
There are people that believe that. There are people that believe. Trust me.
What are those? What was it? I saw a thing recently, a video. People are talking about star seeds. That's what it is. People getting real into that shit.
Well, dude, I mean, Starseed, that originally was a Crawley book back in the 1800s. Starseed.
Really? Yeah, but some people have...
Aleister Crowley, that was his one novel that he wrote, was Starseed.
Some people take that shit way too... It gets weird. Like, real weird people sitting there making funny noises with their mouth. It's like, do you not have any shame? I mean, I get not having shame. But do you hear yourself? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're sitting there making baby babbles on camera and at people in like these fucking like halls, and it's like, have you stopped to listen to yourself right now? I understand you're making thousands of dollars, but do you not feel even the tiniest bit embarrassed by the fucking weird baby babbles you're making?
It's a different name for something that's been around for a long time, though, because I remember that happening. Like when I was a kid, I remember my dad talking about people doing that in like the 80s. So that's been around for a long time. They just changed the name, to make it more popular. I don't know.
It wouldn't be related to Scientology. It wouldn't be related to Scientology, would it?
Everything's related to Scientology.
It all comes back to Scientology. All the actors, man. All the rich people.
It's all Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Save me, Tom Cruise.
Dude, do you have any...
Mr. Witchcraft.
Can you even imagine why fucking rich people even go out of their way to join Scientology? Do you think that's one of those things? The shadow government, dude. Scientology is the shadow government.
Maybe they just have a lot of shit on people, and that's how they're able to maintain their structure. It's like them Diddy parties, you know what I mean? It's like, it's just there to get crap on people, and that way you can control them.
It's like,
and you can say, you're not going to be famous until you do this in front of a camera, and then we'll make you famous, and you're going to do whatever we want.
Way to launder money.
Yes, money laundering. That's all it is. Grays, lizards. It's all money laundering. It all comes back to the greenbacks.
Ooh, who was that? Oh, what was it? Not Cat. It was the was it Cat, the comedian who called out Diddy and all of them on that one podcast?
Yes, dude, that was a great podcast. That's like one of my favorite all-time podcasts. It was so good.
Oh, it really was. It was phenomenal.
It was so good.
And then like he called. You know what's funny is he called all those motherfuckers out, and then all of a sudden, what happened next? Diddy's getting arrested for his fucking parties.
Right after that.
Yeah.
Right after that. And he said it in the interview. He's like, they're going down soon.
Yeah.
And I'm not going down with them because they don't have anything on me. I've been clean. I'm not going down.
But I thought about that right now because you were talking about how Scientology is like, we've got this on you and you're not going to be famous until you do a thing. And he was talking about something similar to that. Remember? What was it? One of those other comedians where they were like, oh, you got to dress up like a woman if you want to get successful.
Yep. Yeah. I've heard multiple interviews of people that got out of it or whatever, and they all talk about going to parties. It's all these like super rich, like eyes wide shut type parties. You know what I mean? Going back to Kubrick, like that was the whole conspiracy with Eyes Wide Shut, is that was him exposing what they actually do in the industry, and basically he like died shortly after that movie came out, and it's thought that like that may have not been a natural death because of it.
I mean, dude,
very interesting.
Those are all people who have a lot of money and a lot of power. It would be real easy to get someone to shut up. You have enough money, dude. No, that's all of that stuff is like really like kind of scary when you think about the entertainment industry like that.
Yeah.
And then like how easy it is for the little people to get shut out now. How many new actors actually come out and actually become successful anymore without having some kind of connection?
Oh, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Without putting a dress on.
Yeah, no, that's exactly the point. You have to have a connection, and you know somebody's sucking somebody off.
Exactly.
Which is fucking scary, dude.
It is.
It's like if you do end up breaking out, all of a sudden you have these people approaching you saying like, "You want to get big? Let me take you there, but you got to do this for me."
Yeah.
Which is sad because then you end up losing, like you end up missing out on like people who have actual really good talent.
Yeah, and they look like they're happy and they have all this money and everything, and they're basically living in terror because they know that people have all this stuff on them.
Right.
That they were made to do in order to get rich and quote unquote happy.
It's sad.
I would much rather not live with like that guillotine over my head. Thank you very much.
Yep, no. So if we were ever lucky enough for the podcast to get successful, I'm definitely one of those where I don't think I'd ever really want to take a sponsorship or anything else like that.
Oh, you don't want to come to my party? Come on, come to my party.
Unless you're Taco Bell, in which case 100% I would accept your sponsorship. I want free Taco Bell for life. I'll take that one.
Oh, come on, Hillary Clinton's coming. You gotta get here.
Dude.
Conspiracy theories.
Theories. I love it. Yeah, no, I'm 100% there with you. I love them. I think because I really do want to come back around and eventually do like podcasts on specific ones every now and then, because some of these are so fucking deep. You could spend hours talking about them. Yeah. I think the Tartarian Empire would be a really fun one because there's a lot of shit on that one. That would be really fun.
Right.
Hollow Earth would be a really great one.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it would be really fun to do a Mandela Effect one, where we just kind of go through as many of them as we can. That dude,
I would love to do shadow government, but then I'd kind of fear for my life.
Yeah, that's one of those ones that you kind of touch on. You don't really deep dive into it.
Yeah. Then one morning you wake up dead.
He woke up and he was.
How do you wake up dead? I think that was one of the scary movies. I think
it was. Yeah.
Scary Movie 3. Yeah. How do you wake up dead?
It's the best one.
Was that the one in the haunted house?
Take my strong
hand.
hand.
That's it, right?
No, that's.
Oh,
two.
was that 2? That was 2.
Okay,
Yeah.
2 is my favorite then.
What was the one that was mocking signs?
That's 3.
Is it
that
3?
was 3? Yeah, that was that was my favorite.
Was that one your
that
favorite?
Was directed. Yeah, the director of that one is the guy that directed Airplane. He's like the old school comedy. That's why it hits differently than the other ones, because it's old school comedy.
My favorite part about that one is when the cop's hat just keeps getting bigger.
Yeah, just randomly. Every time they cut back to her, it's like, then it's so big she can't even get it out of the window of the car.
Talking of spoof movies, do you remember there was a movie, I think it was supposed to be a spoof off of Rocky Horror Picture Show, where a couple ends up in this mansion, and it's run by the governor or the mayor or something like that.
Horror Picture Show?
The Diddy Horror Picture Show? But it's like like all of the people inside of the mansion are like inbred and weird, funky looking, and they have like a weird dungeon in the basement. What the fuck movie am I thinking about?
I don't know.
Holy shit. It was weird.
People under the stairs.
Dude, it was strange. I'm gonna have to like do some looking up on what movie I'm thinking about. Why am I even thinking about that movie?
I don't know.
What the fuck just happened?
I just had a Mandela effect. That movie's never
I had
existed.
a fucking brain fart. I don't even know how I even got turned on to that for a second there. My bad. What the hell?
Now I'm curious, man. Now I'm really curious about that because, wow.
Yeah. It was a weird fucking movie though. And it felt like they were trying to make fun of Rocky Horror Picture Show. But maybe also Devil's Rejects? Fuck, man. Now I'm thinking about Tim Curry. That man's a fucking treasure.
It's sad that he had a stroke.
I know. You know he'd still be acting if he had
100%. 100%.
Like he's one of those actors where if he hadn't have had a stroke, that guy would have never stopped acting. He'd still be going strong, even in his old age.
Right.
Damn. Well, I think we've just about exhausted ourselves now. I think it might be about time to end the podcast.
Right. Well, it's been fun. I love conspiracy theories, and I can't wait to like pick some to deep dive into even more.
Yep, and then we'll have to come up with something fun for the next podcast.
We'll have to do. We're gonna have to do ghosts at some point.
I know.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna have to happen.
I really wanna do a paranormal episode.
Paranormal experiences. Love it. Or it's scary.
Yep.
But I love it still.
Because I know I still want to do I still want to plan a time where we actually go and visit the hotel and that
Stanley?
inspired. Yep. The Stanley Hotel.
Yeah.
I do want to still do
Colorado.
a thing where we go out there and then do a ghost hunt, and I think it would be fun to potentially host the podcast, all of us in person there, either the night before or the night after we do the investigation. And we can all have like a together live podcast right then and there.
We get multi cameras going, and yeah, that'd be fun.
I think that'd be a lot of fun. And then we can have a whole separate like ghost hunt that we can, you know what I mean, upload around the same time.
Right.
It'd be awesome. It'd be great.
I'm down.
All right. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you everybody for watching, and I hope you guys all have a great night. And we will catch you guys on the next one. You guys take care. Bye.